What I'd simply like to do is, without saying again what my colleagues and partners have said, I'd simply like to suggest to you that Jesuit Refugee Service in the United States is tremendously pleased to be part of this partnership that is the Kino Border Initiative. Jesuit Refugee Service has been around working with refugees and forcibly displaced people throughout the world for more than 28 years now. We work in over 57 countries in hundreds and hundreds of different projects, working with refugees in Africa, in Asia, in Latin America, in the Caribbean. Our simple message is that we wish to affirm the fact that God is present in our human history, even in the most tragic moments. What we want to say to refugees and forcibly displaced people is, you are not alone. We are brothers and sisters to you. But all that having been said, it may come to your mind to ask the question, what is the Jesuit Refugee Service in the United States doing, and why is it interested in refugees? We don't have any refugees in the United States. Refugees we find in Africa, we find in Latin America, we find in Asia. Where are the refugees of our world here in the United States? And we asked that same question about 8 years ago. And we scratched our heads and finally came to the realization, where are our refugees? Our refugees are in the detention centers of our country. The most forgotten and the most vulnerable people in our world, in our country that is, are largely housed and detained in detention centers run by the federal government. That number of people detained in our country has risen from a mere few thousand some 8-9 years ago to more than 400,000 per year at this moment. And so we have worked as chaplains for the last 8 years or so, working with men and women who are detained, many of whom are detained simply because they are without papers, without documents. So what we see in JRS USA is that this new Kino Border Initiative is simply an extension of what we've been doing for the last 8 years. That what we are doing now is reaching out to deported men, women, and children, largely Mexican citizens, who have been deported or have been detained in our own detention centers and are now being sent home, separated from families, largely without money, carrying only the clothes that they have on their back with them. And we come basically to say what we've been trying to say throughout the last 28 years. God is present, even in the most tragic moments of our life. We wish to say to our brothers and sisters, you are not alone. You are brothers and sisters to us. So it's with great joy that we are part of this project, this binational project, and it's great joy that we will continue to support this project.